All right, what's up, everybody? So today I am going to be telling you guys a Bible story that you never heard of. I guarantee it. Maybe some of you have. If you guys have been incarcerated and spent time in jail, and this is where my Bible came from. You see, free on the inside, Howard County Detention Center. This is the only Bible or book that I had in my cell, so I got plenty of time to read it. So let's clear the air first of all. Okay, let's get started. Everybody stick through this because you're going to learn something today. Okay, I have always said the God of the Old Testament and the God of the New Testament, Jesus, Elohim, and Jesus, which was really Yahweh and Yeshua. Okay, are not the same God. So I'm going to tell you guys this story today. You can find this in Judges chapter 11 and 12. All right. So listen to this. Please listen to this. So there was a guy named Jephthah. I'm just going to give you the highlights. Just the highlights, because this is 2 chapters long. I'm not going to sit here and read it. Jephthah was a farmer. All right. And Israel is at war with the Ammonites. And not only the Ammonites, but the Ephraim. All right. So the Israeli army asked Jephthah to be their commander. So he agrees. Now, Jephthah is a father. His baby mama, his wife, was a prostitute. So he had 2 daughters. His 2 daughters are daughter and son. Anyway, and he was a farmer. He had sheep, cows, all the cattle outside. Now, long story short, they go to war, and he thinks God hates him, and God talks to him and says, "Don't you hate me?" But he said, "Listen, basically, this is what happens when you go back home to your farm. When you go back home to your farm, the first thing that you see out in your fields, I want you to sacrifice it to me, and if you do so, if you agree to these terms, then I will let you fight this battle against the Ammonites, and you will win." So all that happens, and then there's 300 years of peace in Israel and whatnot. So anyway, Jephthah has to go back to his farm, his home, and keep his word. So Jephthah goes back to his home, and he notices there's nothing in the fields. His sheep aren't there. His cattle aren't there. There's nothing. So he's like, "What's going on?" So he goes up to his door, and then his daughter runs out and greets him in the field, gives him a big hug, a kiss, and says, "Thank God, Dad, you're home. I missed you." That's the first thing he sees is his daughter. So he tells his daughter, "Listen, I got to sacrifice you." So she says, "Well, give me, you made this deal with God. Give me a month to go up to the mountains, live my life, and I'll come back and we'll make good on the word." And sure enough, she goes back after a month, and he burns her, gives a burnt offering to the Lord, which was his daughter. It's right here, man. It's right here. The book of Judges, chapter 11 and 12. You can read the whole thing yourself, but you ain't never heard that story in Bible class, did you? Yeah, the Christians don't like to talk about some of these stories, and I'm here to expose everything, to keep it real with you guys. So all the Christians on the page, explain that one to me. The Jews on this page, explain that one to me. Please, go ahead.